Hey my friends, how you doing? This is Nestor Nidome, and today we're going to go through a cycle that happens in all of us, and it doesn't really matter what you're thinking of. It doesn't really matter if you're in business or not. I mean, this is what really happens, and it has to do with the influences of our lives. And so just keep in mind that whenever you are with certain people, you will always be influenced, even if you want to or not, from those people. And the more you hang out with them, the more influenced you will be from those people. And that is actually happening even if you don't notice, or even if you want to or don't want to, or even if you believe it or not. I mean, some people don't believe that they get influenced, but most likely you probably heard this, that you are influenced by the 5 people that you hang out the most from in your life. So this is how it works, okay? So basically, your influences are gonna affect what you're thinking, okay? So basically, as you start hanging out with people and you start hanging out with anybody who you hang out with, they're gonna start affecting your thoughts, right? By what they say, how they act. Those things are gonna start affecting what you're thinking, and those thoughts are in order gonna start affecting what you're believing. Okay, so you're gonna start believing something. So if you're hanging out with certain people that are always talking about something, those thoughts, you're gonna start creating thoughts because you want to, still, be good to those conversations, and those things are gonna create some beliefs, and those beliefs in turn are gonna start generating actions. Okay, so once you start believing in something, those beliefs are gonna actually make you act in a certain way. So those actions are basically then in turn gonna influence your friends, influence yourself, influence the people that you hang out with. So for instance, if you are hanging out with people who are thinking poorly, who are not supporting your beliefs, who are not supporting your dreams, basically what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna influence your thoughts. So you're gonna start thinking negative and not gonna be able to think that you can produce, right? So those thoughts are gonna start making you believe that you cannot produce, that you cannot be who you want to be, which in order are gonna make you act in that certain way. But now the same thing, if you start getting with being with people who influence you, people who are supporting you, who are backing you up, people who believe in you, and you're with successful people, especially more successful than you are, you're gonna start getting influenced by those thoughts. You're gonna start getting influenced by those people, and in turn, those influences are gonna start making you think of stuff, making you think of like, how can I be more successful? Hey, you know what? I do have a dream, and I believe, I what's going on? How can I make this happen? And as you're thinking of that stuff, all of a sudden your beliefs gonna change. Your belief now is gonna be where, hey, I believe that I can conquer this. I believe that I can go for my dream, go for that goal, and that in turn is gonna make you start acting in a certain way. Okay, and those actions is what's gonna help you start getting the results you need in life. And those are the actions, right? And the good thing is that once you start acting in that certain way, it's gonna influence. It's gonna support those influences, which in turn is gonna become a cycle. And as long as it's a positive cycle, it'll start growing. If it's a negative cycle, it'll start shrinking. Okay. That's what happens to a lot of people. I mean, it happens to negative or positive. If you have a phobia, let's say, of public speaking, all of a sudden you start hanging out with other people who might not be so good at public speaking, which is gonna you're thinking, you're gonna believe that you can't speak in public. You're gonna take action. All of a sudden you're believing that you can't do certain stuff until you have all these phobias that are going on. But what you gotta do is you gotta start getting those influences. So the key for today is actually the influences. Who are you hanging out with? Who are you listening to? What books are you reading? What programs are you watching on TV? Everything has to do with this. Okay, even if you believe it or don't believe it, or you think that you're those type of people who are unique, it's affecting you. Okay, we are all being influenced by the people that we hang out with, by the books that we read, by the programs that we see, by the games that we play. All that is influencing us on a daily basis, hour by hour, minute by minute, And that in turn is what's helping to create thoughts in our mind. And those thoughts create beliefs. Okay? And those beliefs, depending on what you believe, is all those actions. Okay? Alright? And I can prove it. If you believe that you can fly right now, 100%, would you jump off a bridge and fly? No, we don't believe that, right? We know that we can't fly. So we don't jump. We don't take that action. But if you believe that you're hungry, would you eat? Right? So if I believe that I can accomplish that goal no matter what it is, then you will accomplish it, right? If you believe that you can drive a car, then you will take the necessary actions to get you there, to get that license. So that's how it works. Okay? That's exactly how it works. It's the influences that are going on in your life. So if right now you don't have the lifestyle that you want, if you don't have the success that you want in life, if you don't have the life that you want, it's only because you are letting yourself be influenced by other than what you should be influencing yourself with, because that in turn is making you believe that thinking that you cannot do it, and then all of a sudden you're believing that you cannot do it, right? I mean, there's so many people out there that want to create the lifestyle, they want to do something. I mean, there's so many people who, they're going to, they want to do this. This is their dream over here, but yet they're thinking that they can't do it. They're thinking that they shouldn't do it, right? For whatever reason. So all of a sudden they believe that they can't. They believe that, oh no, I gotta do this because of that. But that's only because you're thinking that you cannot do this. Okay? So if you're that type of person who is basically, working to support your family, that's great and that's awesome. But that doesn't, you shouldn't believe that you can at the same time be working on your goal, be working on your dream. Okay? I mean, that's the whole point about this life. You only have one life to live, and make it great. Make it great. Okay, guys? So just remember the cycle. Influence creates thoughts. Thoughts create beliefs. The beliefs create those actions. And those actions is what's going to make you successful. Well, if you got any kind of value out of this, share it, like it, and comment on this video. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. This is Nestor, signing off.